Hey! Okay, I'm trying to clean off my super dirty mirror right now. But yeah, we're streaming a little bit early today. Welcome in, guys. I see 6 of you in here right now, so thank you. Combo Fried Rye, 2 months with Prime. Thank you. And if anybody else wants to sub with Prime, if you got a Prime account, you get a free Twitch sub. You can sub to me. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a big, super cringe emo/scene kid when I was in my teen years. This has resulted to a long history of me being incredibly cringe and a lot of style evolution as well. All right, how's the audio? Is it loud for you guys or is it pretty okay? We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Yeah, unfortunately, my emo days, very long gone. I mean, granted, now I'm in my J fashion phase, but yeah. So I no longer have the black ripped skinny jeans. I no longer have the million big chunky rubber bracelets on my arms, the band bracelets, the Gur bracelets, you know. But I did switch out to my black watch band. We got the Gur t-shirt for today, and might not have black skinny jeans, but we got leggings. So that's the outfit vibes. We are going to be doing both hair and makeup though, just for funsies. I'm not ready. I'm about to embarrass myself so hard. Okay, hold on. I need to emotionally prepare for resurfacing these photos onto the internet. Hang on. I need to emotionally prepare. But I did nails again. So they got the little leopard print ones. I did them because they're cute, but given their little short black nails, they also fit the vibes today, which worked out really well. But okay, I'm stalling. Back in 2014, I wanted to be a little scene queen real bad. When I was entering freshman year of high school, this was me. This was 100% the little hair bow, oh lord. But I also did like the weird little like bang flip. So, yeah. But I needed some references, and then, God, I think I was like 14 or 15 here. But does everybody remember when we used to do like the drawn on cat whiskers and stuff? Oh my god. I think I straight up Sharpied this on my face at school because my friends were like, let's do cat whiskers together. And I was like, okay, that's cute. So now I have to live with that being my teen years. But you know, it's okay. And obviously I have some reference photos of my favorite scene queen idols from back in the day. Obviously, Lita Bunny, that was my home girl. That was my main girl. Loved her to death. She was my icon. This was a very big revolutionary photo in my life. Yeah, between the makeup, the hair, all of that. That was a big thing. I also used to do a lot of like white eyeshadows and a lot of like colored eyeshadows. And hold on. We're starting off with a white base. Now, I've had some problems hunting, because I normally use the NYX Jumbo pencils. This one is in cottage cheese, so it's like shimmery, but I wanted like just a basic white. So this time I got like Whiteout by Hard Candy, and actually, it's a good dupe. It's a good dupe. But I'm gonna look insane through the majority of this. Probably this entire day I'm going to be looking insane. But you know, here we go. Anyone that comes in from now towards any point is just gonna be jump scared. I might also end up making a lot of people on the internet very mad with this one because I'm using my fingers quite a lot for probably the majority of this. And for whatever reason, when it comes to people on the internet and makeup, they get really livid and really angry when people use their fingers for makeup. And I'm like, back in like the early 2000s, 2010s, we didn't hardly use makeup brushes. So I'm sticking to scene fashion, and I'm sticking to the time period and just blending with my fingers. So yeah, obviously I'm a NYX girly. We're busting out this palette. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're busting this one out, and I think I'm gonna go for a bright pink because, okay, not to be naming he who shall not be named, but I kind of have to name drop. Back in the early 2000s and the 2010s, everybody in the scene community thought Jeffree Star was cool. and he used to do very, very bold, bright pink makeup. So, hello, camera, focus. Okay, there we go. So, obviously, a lot of us really liked a lot of the, I liked a lot of the makeup stuff that he did, and so this bright, super pigmented pink was it was pretty staple. Now, don't come at me for this being really messy, because half of this, hi Michaela, welcome in, but nobody come at me for this being really, really messy, because, it always just was. Switch to a more fluffy brush. Yeah, there we go. The Got To Be Glued is the gel I use for everything, hair, eyebrows, whatever. That is like my go-to. So, of course, that's what we're gonna be using today. I had this eyebrow pencil, right, that has the spoolie on the end, and of course the spoolie breaks off, right? So now, this is what I have to deal with. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. When I was younger, I started out by plucking my eyebrows, which was absolutely like a very early, like, I'm a 2000s baby, so I grew up in the 2000s, but mostly the 2010s was like my teen era. But obviously, growing up in the 2000s as a girl, like, plucking your eyebrows was the thing. And I was like, as a little kid, I had the very big, like, classic, like, I don't know, you guys have seen Princess Diaries, like, you know how she has, like, the big bushy eyebrows, and then she goes and, like, you know, gets the transformation and glow up and all that, and then they, like, thin out her eyebrows really heavily. That was kind of me in my situation. I had really big, really bushy eyebrows, and so I started, like, working on thinning my eyebrows out from a very, very early age, which probably was not a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, that's kind of what the early 2000s was like. And, like, of course, you know, beauty standards were pushed and all of that. Not great, kind of toxic, but, you know, that's the experience. Maybe I need to gel more, because I think I need a little bit more. It's going well so far. Of course, I need to go back in with the white again. I don't know why this is the thing that we used to do, but, like, before, like, the 2016, like, brow of, like, you know, doing the concealer, it was always the white eyeshadow. Yet again, maybe it was because it was, like, a 2000s trend, but, like, it always was the white eyeshadow. I feel like in the beginning stages of, like, the scene kid makeup, it's giving, like, Ursula, like, Disney villain. I don't know. Almost also giving kind of, like, drag queen-esque energy. But okay. Now I'm taking a black gel liner and lining my waterline and then starting to fill in the black liner. I'm going ahead and doing mascara simply for making my waterline to see, like, if there's any parts that I need to go back over, like here, of course. My waterline, for whatever reason, is so just, like, wet today. That's pretty good. That looks pretty good. Back in the day, I really lacked the proper skills to be able to do makeup how I wanted. And so at the time, it was when I was very first starting to do makeup. So back when I was trying to do emo makeup, like when I was like actually emo and like scene and stuff, my makeup skills were really lacking back in the day. There's a lot of things that I wish that I could have done back then that I just wasn't well equipped for. I don't have black, which I know. How am I gonna be doing like a scene makeup look and not owning black eyeshadow? I just don't use it. And then like I tried to find like a singular black eyeshadow at the store before this, like the other day, and I just could not find one. which you'd think because it's like getting close to October, spooky season, all of that, like we'd be able to find it better, but no. That's looking pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty spot on. I don't know if anybody else did this either, but I used to take like the reds and I used to go underneath of like my eye down here as well. So I think I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of the red underneath as well. I don't know, because it's like, I did it before there was really, like, not to sound like a hipster or anything, but back in the early scene days, the little, like, sick look wasn't really popular, and, like, it wasn't very popular to try to, like, you know, make your dark circles more bold. So, like, I kind of took that from more of, like, a grunge era, but for whatever reason, like, a lot of people didn't really use that as a scene look, but I did, so, you know. I also was very influenced by, the 90s and, like, grunge era, because my mom was super into grunge. So my mom was a little grunge girl as a teen, so I grew up learning a lot about, like, grunge fashion and, like, the 90s, which obviously I took a lot of inspo from. But, okay. I do think it is about to be time to be adding glitters, and that's gonna be a fun part. Also, I'm debating on if I'm going to be doing, like, the very pale, almost concealer lip, or if I'm not gonna do any, because I was really bad for, just doing, like, a chapstick, and that was it to my lips back in the day. But yeah. Also, I'm excited to be moving on to hair soon, because that's where it all comes together. That's the fun part. So I have this jar of glitter I just opened it, and I've already got glitter everywhere. To be able to do my loose glitter, I just glue it down with lash glue. I probably shouldn't be using craft glitter around my eyeballs, but did it back in the day, still do it now. This was also in the era of, like, not quite heroin chic, but, like, the Tumblr era. So, because I was a 2000s baby, I was not old enough to do, like, scene in the early 2000s when it first came out, but I was in, like, Tumblr era scene. So, it was, like, the Tumblr era, like, what is it called? Like, it's not heroin chic, because that was, like, the 90s, but it's, like, the Tumblr equivalent, you know? So, we used the hell out of glitter. I struggled so much with lashes when I was growing up. Like, I was so bad at it. Gotta make it a little more messy with the dabbing of the mascara underneath. But this is the vision. This is what we're going with. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good start. I just do my brows, mascara, and eyeshadow if I do makeup. Yeah, I have to be in the makeup mood. I'm gonna see if I want to do this pink today or not. The very pale pink. But it's almost like a Barbie pink-esque, but I can dull it down with eyeshadow. I've always hated taking pictures, so I unfortunately don't have many. Yeah, there was a lot of times in my emo phase that I was really insecure too. So when I could have taken photos, I either didn't like them and I deleted them, or I just didn't do it because I was just like really insecure, and it's kind of unfortunate because, like, I don't know, a lot of stuff of mine just absolutely lost to time. I'm gonna have to take the headphones off for a little bit, so let me see. I'm going to pause the emo music, go back to the Pokemon music, and play that for you guys. Well, it's hair time. I also haven't, like, actually, like, straightened my hair probably since I was, like, in this phase. So I don't even know really what I look like with, like, straight hair now. Yes, Y2K. Yeah! No, like, it being straight is giving such Y2K. And I'm doing this on a hair wash day, so my hair is very greasy. But also I'm about to load it down with hairspray, so, you know, ignore the oil for now. That I did it specifically on a wash day. Arctic Fox smells so good, but it doesn't stay in my hair. See, Arctic Fox was so good for me, but I think they changed. I think hold on. I think they changed, like, formulas or something, and so it wasn't, like, as good as it used to be, you know? Alright, I've also brought scissors, because this is too long, so I don't know if I want to razor my sides over here. I don't know if I want to go that far. Well, do I? Maybe. Oh yeah. This is giving me slumber party vibes, but through the internet, yes! I love it so much. Okay. Y'all. Every time I look at myself, I can't take myself seriously. You know what? A couple of like shorty layers in there. I've already got a little hair breakage from other things. It's fine, right? It's fine. Commit to the bit. I just gotta keep telling myself, commit to the bit. If I'm already this deep in, why the hell not? Yeah, this and then essentially like a big ass hair bow right here. Well, sometimes big, sometimes little. Is that one too big? This bow is like twice the size of what I normally would do, but I feel like I do in fact need to do this, you know? It's kind of weird. I just keep like looking at myself like this is such a weird, like, it's weird to be back in this. I just gotta take one of the like, I wish that I was popular enough to like edit farm, because if I could like, if somebody would make a scene girl edit of me looking like this, wow, that'd be great. That'd be so much fun. I would absolutely die. It would be so funny. I hope you guys had fun doing a little dress up with me and hanging out and then a little bit of gameplay. But now we are on chapter 3 of Alice Madness Returns officially, and then we will pick up on Saturday or in the next video, depending on if you're watching this in stream or on YouTube. Yay! But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, and yeah, hope you guys had fun. Bye!